Welcome back to my channel. Coin Jackpot. Could a single penny in your pocket secretly be worth $7 million? What if the unthinkable happened at the Denver Mint in the year 2000, when a tiny, overlooked mistake created one of the rarest, most valuable coins in American history, the 2000 1-cent coin, a piece so unassuming in appearance, yet shrouded in a vortex of mystery, conspiracy, and obsession that has rocked the numismatic world to its core? What if I told you this was not just a fluke, not just a misprint, but the result of a series of mind-bending events that include mint employee negligence, vanished dies, misaligned machines, unexplained double strikes, and a strange silence from the US Mint itself, a silence that has only fueled the speculation that this penny, yes, a simple copper-coated zinc cent, might hold secrets buried deeper than any collector ever imagined? Our journey begins in the year 2000, a time of technological anxiety, Y2K paranoia, and rapid change in America's financial infrastructure, when an unusually small batch of pennies bearing the D Mint mark, signifying the Denver Mint, began circulating with a bizarre set of features that defied everything known about modern coin production. These weren't mere curiosities, they were anomalies. Extreme off-center strikes that left only partial designs visible, ghostly double dies that showed Lincoln's profile overlapping itself like a phantom, and some that even bore inverted lettering on the reverse, almost as if two different coins had been mistakenly fused into one. But the most staggering among them, the legend of the split die obverse Lincoln Phantom Cent, quickly became an obsession, a coin showing an eerie split along Lincoln's head, with the memorial on the back oddly offset, almost floating, giving rise to theories ranging from a mechanical failure to something more conspiratorial, like unauthorized experimentation at the mint. And collectors who stumbled upon these coins couldn't believe what they had, because they weren't just rare, they were unexplainable, completely outside the known parameters of mint production standards, with no official record of such a die configuration ever being released, no admission from Denver officials, and no precedent in mint-era history, which only deepened the mystery and increased the stakes. Soon, top numismatists began weighing in, offering speculative appraisals in the millions for pristine examples, noting the abnormal pressure indicators, die clash marks, and even speculation of incorrect planchets being used. And then came the shocking twist. One of these 2000 1-cent coins was submitted to auction, authenticated by a third-party grader who reported microscopic anomalies that pointed to a catastrophic die failure followed by an unauthorized, undocumented continuation of minting that may have yielded only a handful of coins before being shut down. But why didn't the mint catch it? Was it covered up to avoid embarrassment, or were there rogue employees experimenting under the radar? The whispers only grew louder when a retired Denver Mint worker, under anonymity, hinted at a night shift in 2000 where everything went wrong, a quote that ignited forums and drew in the most passionate collectors from around the globe. And as word spread, more specimens began to surface, each with strange new variations. One had doubling so extreme it resembled a three-eyed Lincoln. Another showed portions of the memorial reversed as if struck through a foreign object. Yet another appeared to have been struck over a foreign coin entirely, possibly a Canadian cent. And then came the big break, when an elite private collector, known only as Red Eagle, revealed his acquisition of the most complete error specimen yet, featuring quadruple die clashes, a partial blockage, and a ghostly image of the Lincoln Memorial where it shouldn't even be. The coin made headlines, appraised at $7 million. And overnight the 2000 penny went from obscure mint mistake to holy grail. But as collectors rushed to inspect their jars and drawers, a wave of counterfeit attempts flooded the market, forcing experts to release detailed diagnostics of genuine specimens, focusing on mint mark anomalies, radial flow patterns, and die fatigue signatures that could only exist under specific conditions, thereby proving that these coins couldn't be faked without inside knowledge. This led to rumors of a lost logbook from the Denver Mint detailing a week-long machine malfunction during which dozens of experimental or defective coins may have been minted and secretly released. Some even claimed this was a test run for new alloy compositions never officially approved, which would explain the spectral luster seen on some coins under spectrographic analysis. Still, the US Mint has remained conspicuously silent, issuing no confirmation or denial, which many believe is a tactic to avoid liability or prevent a frenzy, yet the lack of transparency only adds fuel to the mystery. Meanwhile, treasure hunters across the country began searching change at gas stations, banks, even vending machines, with some swearing they had seen odd 2000 pennies years earlier but tossed them aside as damage, and to this day, fewer than 10 verified specimens exist, each one slightly different, yet all traceable back to the same narrow production window in Denver, and here's where the mystery deepens further. Some analysts believe the coins were intentionally altered by a disgruntled employee attempting to leave a numismatic fingerprint for future discovery, a sort of hidden protest against the increasing automation and loss of craftsmanship in modern minting. Others argue the mint may have tested new high-speed striking techniques that caused these anomalies, and that the few coins that escaped destruction were smuggled out by mistake. Regardless of origin, their value continues to climb, with shadowy private sales rumored to exceed $9 million in recent years for top-grade specimens. And beyond the monetary worth, these coins represent something more profound, a clash between precision and imperfection, between government secrecy and individual discovery, and between ordinary people and once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. So the next time you reach into your pocket and pull out a penny, ask yourself, is this just spare change? Or could it be the next $7 million miracle hiding in plain sight, holding secrets that even the government won't admit exist? Could your next trip to the grocery store, your next visit to the bank, or your next handful of forgotten coins from an old drawer be the moment everything changes? Keep watching, keep searching, and remember, the greatest treasures are often disguised as the most ordinary things. If you made it this far, you're clearly one of the passionate few who knows that history doesn't just live in museums, it lives in your pocket, in your hands, and maybe, just maybe, in a 2001-cent coin that could rewrite numismatic history forever. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep that change close, because your fortune might already be with you, waiting to be discovered. Next, 1977 1-cent USA coins today, where today we unravel a mind-bending mystery that has stunned collectors, baffled historians, and triggered an international frenzy. Could a simple 1977 1-cent coin, a coin you may have unknowingly tossed in a jar, passed over in a store, or left forgotten in your drawer, actually be worth an earth-shattering $12 million? What if I told you that a minute mistake at the US Mint over 4 decades ago led to the creation of a coin so rare, so unique, so drenched in mystery and legend, that its mere existence challenges everything we thought we knew about American coinage and numismatic history? Today, we pull back the curtain on the most electrifying numismatic enigma of our time, the 1977 1-cent USA coin, whose unexpected rise to global fame didn't begin in the spotlight, but in the quiet, dusty corners of private collections and pocket change rolls, where it lay dormant, its true value unknown. Until one shocking discovery cracked open a case of minting error so outrageous that it instantly rocketed a once worthless penny into the multimillion-dollar stratosphere. And yet the deeper you look, the weirder the story gets, because this isn't just about a coin, it's about what happens when a government mint slips up, when a collector stumbles upon a fluke of history, and when the tiniest detail, a misaligned die, a double-struck rim, a foreign planchet, a copper alloy anomaly, creates a ripple that echoes through auctions, vaults, museums, and even secretive government archives. And now collectors whisper about it at conventions like a secret too wild to admit out loud. Dealers obsessively examine every 1977 penny under microscopes hoping they've found the one, and historians are left questioning how such an anomaly could have ever slipped through layers of strict federal quality control without notice, unless, as some theorize, it wasn't a mistake at all but a deliberate covert strike made by an unknown insider at the Philadelphia Mint, one who had access, motive, and knowledge, because this 1977 cent doesn't just have one anomaly, it has multiple, irregular zinc traces in what was supposed to be a pure copper composition, reverse dyes meant for another denomination entirely, and a striking pressure consistent with experimental production not officially recorded anywhere, sparking wild theories of a rogue test strike, or even a trial piece smuggled out before Reagan-era reforms locked down coin production secrecy. And the first known example of this error was discovered not by an expert, but by a retired machinist in rural Idaho who simply liked to roll his coins and spotted something off in the Lincoln profile, an unexplainable doubling in the eye socket and a ghost-like outline on the shoulder that sent shockwaves through the numismatic world when it was authenticated under electron microscope analysis by one of the top forensics labs used by the Smithsonian. revealing microscopic anomalies that indicated not only dye doubling but a foreign contaminant embedded deep in the metal grain structure, a contaminant not native to the mints. Facilities in 1977, which triggered a wave of speculation that these coins were struck on experimental South African planchets during a covert supply chain test, a test that was supposed to remain buried in government records but may have leaked through unofficial channels during the post-Vietnam coin material crisis, and once word got out, collectors worldwide went into a frenzy, hunting for 1977 cents with any deviation, any hint of difference, from the ordinary, and soon a second example emerged from an estate sale in Boston, this time with a rotated die and clash marks that matched exactly with minting press error patterns known to have occurred only on April 13, 1977, a day when internal mint reports noted a 3-hour unexplained press shutdown, which was later redacted from official logs, and suddenly a chilling possibility took root. What if there was a small batch of 1977 cents, maybe 10 or fewer, struck during a secret minting experiment gone rogue or covered up due to unauthorized materials, making these cents not just mint errors but historical ghost coins, the remnants of a suppressed chapter of U.S. monetary policy that collided with Cold War paranoia, experimental metallurgy, and bureaucratic misdirection, and as prices soared, first $30,000, then $220,000, and then a record-breaking $1.4 million sale at a private auction rumored to involve a Swiss vault transfer, the 1977 cents legend grew, bolstered by tales of secretive high-level collectors and even an anonymous former mint employee who claimed in a leaked audio recording that he witnessed a supervisor order 10 test coins destroyed, only to find the tray missing a week later, which could mean someone inside the mint snuck them out, possibly as leverage or insurance, and whether this is true or not, it only adds gasoline to the fire, because every time a new coin surfaces, one found in a Montana junk drawer, another pulled from a child's school project in Ohio, the details get stranger. Coins with off-center strikes that perfectly align with 1974 Lincoln cent dies, suggesting reused or mismatched equipment, coins with edge lettering that shouldn't exist, and coins with a magnetic signature inconsistent with any known U.S. cent composition, all suggesting that multiple unauthorized materials and methods were in play. And now private labs are being hired at enormous expense to test for isotopic signatures in the coin's metal, hoping to trace its atomic origin, while elite numismatists chase any lead, digging through old mint blueprints, whistleblower memos, and retired employee interviews, piecing together a puzzle that seems more like espionage than coin collecting, and yet through all this, the general public remains largely unaware that one of the most valuable and mysterious coins in the world could still be circulating out there, mixed in with common pennies, hiding in plain sight. And that is what makes the 1977 1-cent coin not just a collector's dream, but a global obsession, a symbol of how the smallest human error, or act of brilliance, can generate chaos, mystery, and fortune decades later. And now we've reached the point where museums are offering 7 figures to display one, private collectors are forming coalitions to hunt for undocumented specimens, and experts estimate that if the rumored final coin, the one with both a misaligned obverse and a triple-struck reverse, is ever found and brought to open auction, it could smash all existing records and sell for over $12 million, cementing its place not just in coin history but in the pantheon of priceless artifacts. So the next time you see a 1977 penny, don't toss it aside, look closer, because it might just hold secrets worth more than you could ever imagine. And if this journey into hidden histories, government cover-ups, numismatic madness, and multi-million-dollar mysteries captured your imagination, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more unbelievable coin discoveries, and join us next time as we dig even deeper into the astonishing world of rare U.S. coins, because your pocket change might just be the key to unlocking the next great treasure.